Your Google Ads account shows 38 conversions this month. Your CRM shows 51 leads. 13 real leads never made it into reporting. Your smart bidding is optimizing on incomplete data, and your cost per lead is higher than it needs to be because of it. This is not a campaign problem, it is a tracking infrastructure problem, and server-side tracking fixes it. In this video, I'll explain exactly how server-side tracking works, how to set it up using GTM and Stape, and what changes after you have it running. Hi, I'm Zubayer, Marketing Attribution, Conversion Tracking, and Server-Side Tracking Specialist. I help businesses and agencies build reliable measurement systems so every conversion, every lead, and every dollar of ad spend is accurately attributed. Today, Server-Side Tracking explained from scratch what it is, why browser-only tracking is failing, and the complete setup using Google Tag Manager and Stape. Most websites still run tracking the old way. GTM, GA4, and Metapixel all load as scripts directly from Google's and Meta's domains. Here is why that is a problem in 2026. Ad blockers maintain lists of known tracking domains. When your browser tries to send data to google-analytics.com or facebook.com, ad blockers see the destination and block the request. The event never fires. Safari's intelligent tracking prevention restricts cookies set by third-party scripts. If someone clicks your Google ad on an iPhone and comes back 7 days later, their GCLID cookie is already gone, attribution broken. Every browser previously update tightens these restrictions further. The gap between your actual traffic and what GA4 reports grows every year without you changing anything. The result, businesses running browser-only tracking are making budget decisions based on a shrinking fraction of what is actually happening on their site. Server-side tracking moves the job of sending conversion events from the visitor's browser to a server you control. Instead of the browser sending data directly to Google or Meta, it sends data to your own domain first. Your server receives it, processes it, and then forwards it to GA4, Google Ads, and Meta. The key difference: the request goes through a domain you own. Ad blockers cannot block your own domain. Safari ITP cannot restrict first-party cookies from your own domain. The event reaches its destination even when the equivalent browser request would have been blocked. This is not a replacement for your existing GTM setup. It is an additional layer sitting between your website and the ad platforms. Your browser container keeps firing exactly as it does today. You are just changing where those tags send their data. Here is the full flow, so you can visualize exactly what happens. Step 1. A visitor lands on your site or submits a form. Your browser GTM container fires a GA4 event tag exactly as it does today. Step 2. Instead of that tag sending data directly to google-analytics.com, it sends the data to your own tracking subdomain, something like track.yoursite.com. This subdomain points to your Stape Server Container via a CNAME record. Step 3. Because the request goes to your own domain, ad blockers and Safari ITP have no third-party signal to detect. The request reaches your server container successfully even when the equivalent direct request would have been blocked. Step 4. Your Stape Server Container receives the event through its built-in GA4 client, which parses the request the same way Google servers would. Step 5. Server-side tags inside the container fire from this single received event. GA4 gets the event. Google Ads conversion tracking gets the event. Meta Conversion API gets the event. All from one server-side request, all through your own domain. Before setting anything up, make sure you have your existing GTM browser container already installed and firing GA4 tags on your website. A subdomain available for the server container. For example, track.yoursite.com. Access to your domain DNS settings to create a CNAME record. A Stape account for server container hosting. Your Metapixel ID and a system user access token if you are sending to Meta API, your Google Ads conversion ID and conversion label if you are sending server-side conversions to Google Ads. You do not need to rebuild your existing browser GTM setup. The server-side layer works alongside what you already have. Step 1. Create a Stape Server Container. Go to stape.io and create an account. Click Create Container. Select Google Tag Manager Server as the container type. Enter your website domain. Step 2. Connect a first-party subdomain. This step is the most important in the entire setup. In your domain DNS settings, create a CNAME record. Set the name to track or any subdomain you prefer. Set the value to the Stape container URL from step 1. Return to Stape and click Verify Domain. DNS propagation typically takes 5 to 30 minutes. Without this custom subdomain, the server container runs on a generic Stape URL that browsers and ad blockers can still recognize as third-party infrastructure. This step is what makes everything work. Do not skip it. Step 3. Open the Server-Side GTM workspace. From your Stape Container dashboard, open the linked Google Tag Manager Server Container workspace. Under Clients, confirm the default GA4 client is active. Step 4. Update your browser GA4 configuration tag. In your existing browser GTM container, open the GA4 configuration tag. Find the server container URL field. Enter your custom subdomain, for example https://track.yoursite.com. Save and publish the browser container. This single change is what redirects your existing GA4 events. Step 5. Add a Google Ads conversion tag to the server container. In the Server-Side GTM workspace, add a Google Ads conversion tracking tag. Enter your conversion ID and conversion label. Set it to fire on the GA4 client trigger so it receives the same event data the browser sent. Step 6. Add a meta conversion API tag to the server container. Still in the server-side workspace, add a meta conversion API tag. Enter your meta pixel ID and system user access token. For better meta event match quality, also map hashed email and phone number fields from the event data to the user_data parameters in this tag. This is where server-side tracking gives meta significantly more signal. Step 7. Test in preview mode before publishing. Open GTM preview mode on your browser container. Open the server container preview at the same time. Browse your site and submit a test form. Confirm the event appears in both preview windows with matching event names and parameters. If the event shows in the browser but never reaches the server, check your URL or DNS. Only publish the server container after both preview windows confirm the events are flowing correctly. Step 8. Publish and monitor. Publish the server-side GTM container. Monitor Stape's dashboard and the server-side debug view over the following days. To show you what this looks like in practice, here is a real project. A local home services business spending $6,500 per month across Google Ads and Meta Ads. Before server-side tracking, GA4 reported 2,140 sessions. Actual traffic was 2,850. Google Ads recorded 38 form submissions. CRM recorded 51. Meta match quality was 5.1. 45 days after implementing server-side tracking, where stepwise GA4 sessions came within 6% of actual Google Ads conversions increased to 49, covering 96% of actual CRM lead count. Meta event match quality improved from 5.1 to 7.6. Cost per lead dropped from $34.20 to $24.80, a 27% reduction. Same budget, better infrastructure. Mistake 1. Skipping the custom subdomain. Using the default Stape URL instead of your own CNAME means browsers can still identify the request as third party. Always complete the CNAME setup before routing live traffic. Mistake 2. Publishing without dual preview testing. Always confirm events flow from browser container to server container in preview before publishing. Configuration errors can go undetected for weeks otherwise. Mistake 3. Thinking server-side tracking removes consent requirements. It does not. Server-side tracking changes how data is delivered. It does not change privacy law. Continue using consent mode and cookie banners wherever required. Once server-side tracking is live, your conversion data stops shrinking with every browser update. Ad blockers cannot block requests to your own domain. Safari ITP cannot restrict first-party cookies from your own server. GA4, Google Ads and Meta all receive events through a stable first-party infrastructure that does not degrade as privacy restrictions tight. Smart bidding finally optimizes on a complete dataset. Your cost per conversion drops, attribution becomes reliable across devices and browsers. If your ad platforms are reporting fewer conversions than your CRM, your booking system or your order data, server-side tracking is what closes that gap. Message me on WhatsApp or book a free 30-minute audit. I'll review your current setup and show you exactly what you're losing and how to fix it. Link in the description. Subscribe for weekly tracking tutorials. Don't scale ads with broken tracking. Fix the infrastructure first.